Kiev's purchase come before expiry of Russian gas transit deal and Trump's inauguration. Ukraine has received its first shipment of liquefied natural gas from the US as the war-torn country joins broader European efforts to fully wean themselves off Russian fossil fuels in preparation for Donald Trump's return to the White House. So what does this tell you? It tells you that the US will be the one now, not just supplying Ukraine, but supplying the whole of Europe natural liquefied gas. But ask yourself, do US as a country have what it takes to make up with the vacuum that the Russian cheap gas will leave behind with their embargoes on Russian gas and Russian oil? Does US have the capacity to be able to fill this vacuum? It is only time will tell. And will US be able to sell it at the cheap price that Russia is selling it to them? That is also another point to ponder over. It is only time will tell. The country's largest private energy company, DTEK, received the shipment via the Mediterranean, with a vessel arriving at a Greek LNG terminal on Friday. Cargoes like this are not only providing the region with a flexible and secure source of power, but are further eroding Russia's influence over our energy system, said Maxim Tinchenko, chief executive of DTEK. Europe sources about 40% of its LNG imports from the US, but none have ever been directly purchased by Ukraine before. The shipment comes just days before the expiry of a 5-year deal allowing the transit of Russian pipeline gas through Ukraine, and weeks ahead of Trump's inauguration as a US president. The pipeline through Ukraine will still account for about 5% of the EU's gas imports, even as the bloc has shifted to more LNG imports following Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. Trump, who has cast doubt about his administration's continuing military support for Ukraine, has threatened to impose tariffs on European countries unless they buy more US oil and gas. So you see, US is going to be supplying to the European Union, but the incoming president is giving them a condition, threatening to impose tariffs on European countries unless they buy more US oil and gas. So you see that we are going to be having a whole lot of trade wars before us in 2025, which we see that is happening already. US is in trade war with China. They place embargo on China. China place embargo on them. The incoming president is threatening the BRICS that if they decide to do away with the US dollar, he is going to place 100% embargo on them, forgetting that the BRICS command 40% of the world population, and they have 30%, they command 30% of the world GDP. So that's a whole lot. We have gone past that stage where you threaten people, your other people around. There are alternatives. People are beginning to wake up. This old archaic system of politics can no longer work in today's world. That is why you see that in Africa, you see the young leaders are beginning to take power because they are sick and tired of this old archaic agreement and old way of some of these monsters commanding and ordering countries around. DTEK said it had purchased the entire LNG cargo, which was carrying about 100 cubic meters worth of natural gas. Data from Greece's National Natural Gas System Operator shows that DTEK will keep about a tenth of the gas, while the rest will be resold to Greek firms. So you see, in as much as Ukraine is getting this gas, they are just getting 10% of this gas, while the rest will be resold to Greek firms. It is significant that one of the Ukraine's major energy companies is receiving US LNG on the eve of a potential big gas market change, said Tom Mazarek-Manza, an independent gas analyst. Ukraine does not buy any gas itself from Russia, but if Russia is unable to supply Central European buyers through Ukraine from January 1st, then these extra volumes will be crucial for security in the whole of the region, he added. So, all these things that are playing out is to show you that 2025 is going to be a difficult year. Countries are going to be at trade wars. If care is not taken, conflicts will arise, wars will arise. We just have to tighten our seat belts. And the politicians of this world, the people in power, for once, you people should return to where you remove your garment of humanity and put them on back. Yes, because if some of you actually can do that, it will help in resolving some of the issues that are arising. It can help to quench some of the issues that will try to arise. Because whatsoever that is coming, we can then all put heads together because it's about humanity. You people should not forget that before you became who you became, you were first human. Before you acquire the power or you acquire the money you have, and you find you are now sitting in the position where you are. And if we can do all this, it will help in reducing some of the problems that we are having already. You people should not indirectly or directly create more problems for us in the coming 2025.